What's up guys, and welcome back to my Lorethrough series. Today we will take a look at one of the more sinister characters of Elden Ring, the loathsome Dung Eater, one of the named Tarnished revived in the opening cutscene of the game. I haven't talked about him in any of my videos before, so this video will cover his story start to finish. If you end up enjoying this video, don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next one, as I don't really have a schedule for releasing these. The Dung Eater first appears in red phantom form in a back room of the Round Table Hold, once you reach the Altus Plateau. Roderica senses his presence and warns us.
I need to warn you about something. A little while ago, someone started lurking in the wing on the opposite side of the Round Table, and I can hear, from all the way over there, the howling and wailing of spirits in fear of a curse. I can even hear the repulsive twisted malice in itself. A plethora of spirits in an unceasing cacophony. I can't even imagine. How much suffering inflicted to who knows how many souls. Not even the grafting caused anything like this to happen. You should keep your distance. I know you're strong, but please.
Of course, we are not the type to heed warnings, so we approach him anyways.
Have you ever felt the curse? With your whole being, the pox upon life itself, feared and despised by all. The reviled blessing. Apparently not. You are but a lamb, a stranger to defilement, ignorant of your own ignorance. You no longer interest me. I've been long without peace. Don't spoil my quietude.
Before we are able to find any seedbed curses, we encounter an old friend in the Leyndell moats.
What are you looking at? Oh, you again, is it? Perfect bloody timing, actually. I got crab, cooked up fresh.
Boggart doesn't just sell higher quality prawns now, he also has an additional bit of info and warning about the Dung Eater.
Right, there's something I should probably tell you. You heard of the Dung Eater? He's a madman. Has it out for everyone. Curses them. Goes round in his rank armor and all. You see him though. Stay, well, away. I was in the same jail as him once, so I know firsthand. He's a god-forsaken monster. Not just some petty thug like me. He's a killer. Kills people. And curses the souls. Does all sort of shit to the corpses. To keep them cursed forever. I ain't seen nothing more disgusting in all my years. I ain't never been more scared neither. Rooted to the bloody spot while he did that. To my friend.
So what is all the Dung Eater and what are all these curses about? Since these encounters happened, we found 2 seedbed curses in the capital and 1 in the Volcano Manor underbelly. The one in the exact spot of the Dung Eater in the Round Table Hold is particularly notable here. In Elden Ring, red phantoms can be summoned through severed body parts, like fingers in Invasion's, an arm in Millicent's case and an eye in Vike's case, so I assume the Dung Eater's red phantom in Round Table is summoned through this seedbed curse. As for what these seedbed curses are, as the description says, they are pox afflicted with omen horns. Omen horns are vestiges of the Crucible era, once considered divine, but now seen as impurities by the Golden Order. As such, people afflicted by the Omen curse, whether through being born Omen or through being afflicted by the seedbed curse, can't participate in the Earth Tree cycle of root, burial, and rebirth. That is why the Dung Eater calls it the reviled blessing. It hasn't really always been a curse. In a way, the Golden Order turned it into a curse, although the Omen condition has never really been pleasant, even when it was considered divine. The way I see it, Omen have always been haunted by evil spirits and nightmares, for example. Now that we have one of these seedbed curses, the Dung Eater is much more interested in us.
No. Wait. You have felt the curse. I can smell it on you. The box, yet tender. Apparently my seedbed is ripe and waiting. 'Twas a brief respite, I must say. Go and unshackle my corporeal flesh, trapped in the sewer jail below the capital. I can kill you and defile your corpse. Then the pox will truly be your own.
Throughout our journey, we've already seen multiple examples of how the Golden Order mistreats Omen. But the sewer the Dung Eater has just sent us to is probably the most striking example. Here we can see the imprisoned Regal Omen alluded to in the description of the Regal Omen Bairn. Depending on which way we explore, we can find one of these Regal Omen here holds a regular Omen Bairn, commemorating the ones of his kind who weren't lucky enough to be born into royalty and just imprisoned for eternity. Taking in all the clues here, we can see why the Dung Eater does what he does. It is partially revenge for the treatment of the Omen, and partially trying to spread this so-called curse as much as possible in order to normalize it and stop the persecution. We will cover the rest of the sewers in a separate video, but the path to the Dung Eater is this way. After we open the door to its cell, he has this to say.
Let me out. Let me out of here. I must eat more. Defile more. Everything that matters to you for generations to come. I am the Dung Eater, a scourge upon the living. Who are you?
This is where you have a big choice to make. Of course, the way omens are treated is bad. Do the ends justify the means? For a little visualization of the means that I'm talking about, it's important to note that the Dung Eater is based on the same Japanese folklore legend as the Headless in Sekiro. It is said to rip the souls out of people's anuses and to eat them, hence the name Dung Eater. The Headless in Sekiro has this grab attack that probably also represents what the Dung Eater does to his victims. Now, with these little tidbits of extra information, make your choice. You can either free him or kill him right here. For the sake of the video, we will of course free him.
I've been here long enough. I will kill again. And defile each corpse with care. Just to be sure that when they're reborn, they'll be cursed. Along with their children. And their children's children. For all time to come.
If you do free him, he leaves a message in his previous spot at the Round Table Hold, telling us to meet him in the Outer Moat. The Outer Moat is exactly where our favorite seafood merchant has set up shop, so that's where we're looking first.
Married? Yeah. Then I was seeing it here again. Never thought I would. What he does to those bodies. It was him. No question. That monster. He's lurking round here.
As we've learned before, the Dung Eater preferably hunts down people who have, in some way, made contact with the curse. We've also learned that Bogart has done that, as he was there when his friend got cursed. As such, when we reload the area, the Dung Eater has struck. We can find Bogart tied to a chair, dying from his injuries.
Serves me right. Fitting bloody end. For a jumped up little shit with big ideas. Help me out. Would you, mate? I don't want to get cursed. Just let me die. I don't want to live like this. Not anymore. So, please.
As soon as this dialogue is finished, it's too late. Bogart has been cursed, and just after we pick up his curse, we're next. The Dung Eater invades, and he can be quite tough for an NPC fight. Unless you fight his curse with an even deadlier curse, and just let this crab deathblight him. After we defeat him in whatever way, his phantom returns to the Round Table Hold.
There you are. You warded off my blessing, despite the curse stirring within you. No one has succeeded in that before. How? I thought. Then it hit me that you are, in fact, me. And I am the Dung Eater. It is my flesh that must receive the blessing. Give me your blessing. Defile my flesh with the seedbed curse, again and again, until it is done. Until a cursed ring coalesces, and may one day defile order itself. Countless I have killed, and countless I have defiled. And soon the fruits will be born. Hundreds will be reborn cursed. And they'll bear thousands of cursed children, who bear tens of thousands more. A few of those will be born just like me. And they'll kill and defile and bless in my stead. The rotten fools. My fate was the grandest, most brilliant of them all. My corporeal flesh lies in the sewer jail beneath the capital. Give it your blessing. Defile my flesh with the seedbed curse, until a curse ring coalesces that may one day defile order itself.
Upon returning to his sewer jail, we find that he has tied himself up at a chair, waiting to receive our blessing. At this point, if you somehow still have Celivis's potion, you could give it to the Dung Eater instead of Nefeli, turning the Dung Eater into a powerful puppet spirit ash at the cost of missing the rest of his quest. However, I didn't do this on any of my characters because I don't use summons, and it would have required me to do things wildly out of order.
A curse upon them all. They'll be born cursed, all of them, along with their children, and their children's children, for all time to come. Curse you, Golden Order. One day, you'll get what's coming.
Now, in order for the Dung Eater quest to properly conclude, we have to defile the Dung Eater with 5 curses. But at this point in the game, we can only have 4, so technically the next bit of the video is a spoiler, as we can only get the last bit of dialogue after getting a 5th curse much later in the game. So if you want to experience the next bit for yourself, you should turn off the video now. I'll give you 3, 2, 1, it's over. Now, for those of you that are still here, the reason why I included the final bit in this video is because the only thing that still happens is exactly what the Dung Eater said would happen.
Unleash it upon them! A curse blessings to war!
A cursed ring coalesces that may one day defile the Order itself. The Mending Rune of the Fell Curse. Another Mending Rune that you can choose to repair the Elden Ring with at the end of the game. After Fia, the second Tarnished from the opening cutscene has now fulfilled their purpose, the reason the Greater Will awoke them. That leaves Horalu, Goldmask, and Sir Gideon Ofnir for future videos. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. It will be about the dark path of Rani the Empyrean. I'll see you then. Bye bye.